Big story yesterday is Jake Sullivan goes to the press room and undercuts Israel in an extraordinary way. I have two columns on this today, one over at Fox News, the subtitle of which is "All Wars Kill Innocents. The people who start them bear the blame, not the people who finish them." But Israel is getting blamed for the deaths in Gaza of everyone. And we don't even know how many people are being killed in Gaza because it all depends upon Hamas telling us, and we don't know. You can't believe anything that Hamas tells you. There is not a great deal of optimism about the hostage talks, which opened again last night in Doha. And it seems to me extraordinary that Jake Sullivan would say things like this. Cut number, where is Jake on my sheet? Cut number 5.
Well, first of all, inherent in the question is a kind of an interesting irony, which is you have the Prime Minister speaking on American television about his concerns about Americans interfering in Israeli politics, and then your question is, should Americans be speaking into Israeli politics, which in fact we don't do nearly as much as they speak into ours.
All right, that's not true. That's simply not true. Everyone in America is always speaking into Israeli politics. They just ignore us, as is their right. However, Israel does not speak into American politics. Anyone want to point me to other than a negative intervention in every round against Netanyahu by Obama, Biden less so, but the team Obama hated Netanyahu because he wouldn't be pushed around. He didn't like Iran, and he knew that Iran was full of fanatics. And President Obama wanted to be Nixon to China, wanted a big sweeping deal. The Metternich of MSNBC, Ben Rhodes, explained it all in books that nobody has read, that they had this grand vision. But they were dummies, and it didn't work. And Iran got refunded by Obama, and then they got refunded again by Biden, and they send that money out to their proxies, and they kill Jews. And it's astonishing to me that Jake Sullivan gave this press conference and tried to say, oh, you know, it's ironic, isn't it, that they're complaining about our interfering in their politics when all they do is interfere in ours. Well, yesterday, in that briefing, the White House said Israel lacks coherent and sustainable strategy in Gaza. It does not. Joe Biden warned Netanyahu in a call yesterday that an assault on Rafah would be a mistake. It isn't. It's actually a necessity, as I will explain later today in the Washington Post piece. President Biden rules out support for a major Rafah op. They don't really care. They really don't care. They're going into Rafah. They're not going to leave the tunnel system untouched. They're not going to not reestablish the Philadelphia corridor, which runs between Egypt and Gaza. And they're going to get Sinwar and his brother in DF. All right, the number is 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure if DF is ahead. I think he is of Sinwar. And then baby brother Sinwar is also on the wanted list. Yesterday, the IDF killed 40 terrorists in Shifa Hospital, including a senior commander, their head of intelligence. There's a Wall Street Journal editorial, Democrats turn against Israel. And it spends time reflecting on Chuck Schumer going after this.